If you need anything, you need to talk to the mayor.
Oh, Piper, what are you doing in the floor? Alright, now will you follow me? No, yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
One day, Sanctuary will be a vibrant community. I've seen it.
Hey,
You need the site? It's telling me Mentats will give us the right high for another insight into your destiny.
Mentats. Got it.
I'll be waiting.
Alright, Mentats. So anyway, I settled with my items. I did craft a couple of new upgrades for some weapons. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to place corn. Unfortunately, I only have 2 corn. So, I'm gonna have to wait for that to grow before I can get more. Alright, so let's give these Mentats to
I told you
Mama Murphy here. I actually have forgotten about giving her drugs.
Hey,
Got some Mentats for me? See where the site takes us this time?
here you go.
Ah, that's it. I can feel the site opening up. You're looking for a man. He can help you. But he ain't gonna be the man you expect. He's somewhere deep and dark, surrounded by folks with nothing but cruel intentions. But there's an echo. Something in the past that can help you. When you meet the fat man and the angry woman, tell them to remember the quarry and Lily June on the rocks, and they'll let you and your friend pass. Don't mind me, kid. The chems are just acting up a bit. I'll be fine. Eventually.
Alright guys, we are back in Diamond City. Got my shit that luckily didn't despawn. And I figured, wow, I have notes I didn't read. So we're gonna read those. Alright, so we have the Synthetic Truth, View from the Vault. Is that it? I thought there was another one. I don't remember, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Alright, well let's read it. October 2287. The Synthetic Truth by Piper Wright. Noodles! We all eat them, we all love them, and Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years, from the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful of the ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough sidle up to the stool and engage in the very same ritual, right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing, yes, eating noodles, the shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City, nearly 60 years ago, an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around this very same counter, but that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening, respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a Public Occurrences exclusive interview.
Oh, I was there, all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now. 22 years old or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall. We all were. So what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west. Somewhere, it didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. The night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word, or hear about the state of the Commonwealth, where they make synthetic men. And Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful, until it wasn't.
Eustace continued her account of that evening, and the moment when things turned sinister, and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed.
We'd been drinking and carrying on. Must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed to be a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face, all in an instant. And then his cheek started twitching, kinda funny. And I remember watching him clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry the barman right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if he were paying him for a drink, but his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that.
What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, has actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans. Since, after he shot Henry,
After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running. They opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy, and he lay there like a dead crazy man. Sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you see. And we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew that the Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now. Among us.
it was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still, others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, and was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery, using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to noodles, specifically the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night in the same spot that Mr. Carter the synth went haywire. And mercilessly killed several people. After spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race, they were wrong. Are we? What a story, Mark! Let's read The View from the Vault. View from the Vault, Part 1 by Piper Wright. Whenever I take a walk through Diamond City, there are so many things people tell me to be grateful for. Purified water, working lights, electricity, security. True. What we have would have been unthinkable even a few decades ago. But it's easy to forget that, even after all the progress we made, we are still living in the shadow of the world that was. A world before the threat of radiation, before the super mutant and the feral ghoul and the synth. So as fortune often has it, I crossed paths with Eden. Vault Dweller. A person who is experiencing the Commonwealth for the first time. What would hers fresh set of eyes say about how far we've come? Is Diamond City the great green jewel we have always claimed it to be? Before we begin to answer that question, we have to know who Eden is, where she comes from. Where did she go? To my surprise, she did not have much to say about hers life. Okay, God damn it, Piper! You don't need an S there! About hers life in the vault at all. Because she spent all that time staring at a piece of frozen glass. I never said anything about glass! Alright, Piper's a synth confirmed. Every day for over 2 centuries. That's right. Eden isn't just a vault dweller. She's an original vault dweller. She spent hers entire time on the inside cryogenically suspended. Continued in part 2. Why the other note went on for like years, but this one they needed to split up for some reason after a short amount of time. Okay. View from the vault part 2. So what does Eden have to say about seeing Diamond City for the first time? Can you even compare the two? The one out here, it's not even close to the one left. While we like to think of our city as a shining jewel, it's worth remembering that not everyone comes here by choice. Sometimes people are forced from the comfort of their homes, and as the largest settlement in the Commonwealth, this is where they end up. Most are just looking for refuge. Sometimes they come here desperately, looking for something or someone. You see, Eden has a son, Sean. And even though they were in the relative safety of a vault, someone broke in and took Sean from his parent, and that parent is now risking everything wandering through this strange and unfriendly world of ours in order to save Sean from his kidnappers. We all know the rumors and whispers that surround every missing person in Diamond City. The guilty looks we pass to mourning. Family members, as we thank the wall that this time it wasn't us, you can end up dead in the Commonwealth for a million reasons. Why spend our time worrying about kidnappings? Why indeed? It's easy for us to be cynical about the missing. We have spent so long knowing that the Institute is out there, but understanding so little about them. They are not the only ones responsible for kidnappings, but the fact that they sometimes are, and the fact that we have been so powerless to stop them when they do, causes us to treat all victims of kidnappings as if they are a lost cause. But the people left behind, those loved ones, friends, and neighbors who may never see the faces of those taken from them again, they do not have the luxury of being able to just look away. They have to carry that loss with them, even if everyone else tells them to move on and forget. I asked Eden to make a statement to the Diamond City, to give us an outsider's perspective on what it means to lose a loved one, and how he feels. Maybe, in some way, it's how we all should feel. Maybe we've forgotten what the right human response to these tragedies are. Find who's responsible and make them pay, she said. Simple as that. Finn. Well, okay. Oh, shit.
You have marvelous bone structure.
Only one thing worth buying in the
Stop by the
dugout
mega
is
surgery
nest of
sometime.
bulls. Yeah, it's got a-
I will do.
What can I say?
Doctor.
Real Diamond
Even though
City
I'm a
boy
doctor,
eats at the
I
noodle
admit
stand.
I have a small vice. A quick drink
Hey, you were in the
after work.
paper, right? You're 200 years old? Looking pretty good for your age, huh?
Yeah, buddy. Alright, you know what, Piper, let's talk for a bit. Is this talking still broken? It is still broken.
Excuse me. Question for you.
Oh.
Do you feel like Diamond City leadership has been responsive to your concerns? Are they really listening?
I don't want to get into this again, Piper. Can you just bother someone else?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for stopping this time.
You know, I thought she was talking to me at first, and I was like, oh no, don't tell me the game is broken again. Alright, let's just go in here.
Vadim, I need to talk.
Just a minute, Yefim. I am in middle of story. So then, I am crossing river, right? Wearing nothing but a smile. When out comes the most dangerous of all sea monsters. A Mirelurk!
A
Mirelurk?
Come
on.
Just buy or
That's
sell
like 2 out
whatever
of 10
you
points
need.
of danger
Get lost.
tops. Now, if you want to talk something really deadly.
Vadim! I forgot you were there yet.
Hi there. You can order...
What is it?
You know what? Never mind. I'll handle it myself.
Yeah! Hola!
Hey,
Hey, what's your story? Mercenary? Caravan guard?
you first. What's your name?
Hawthorne. And you are definitely from out of town. I know every settlement from both sides of the Charles River, and I've never seen you. Anyway, I'm just kicking back and sharing stories while I'm between things. I've been all over, seen vaults, pre-war ruins, and plenty of monsters.
You've been to a vault?
Yeah, ever heard of Vault 81? They're standoffish, but every once in a while, they'll let new people in.
So you explore old ruins.
Last place I was going to check out was Salem. Real old town far to the north. Never made it, though. Got a bad feeling about that area.
Do they make synthetic men up there?
Let's hear your best monster story.
I'm from Diamond City. You want to talk something really scary? It's the Institute and their synths. Don't go to University Point. Trust me. You don't want to know what they're capable of.
Oh, you didn't mark it on my map, dude.
See you around, Hawthorne.
Yeah, take it easy.
Caesar's
No,
bar?
I don't want to take it
He's
easy.
the man for it. No, I kid. He is dead, though. Now, let me know when you're ready to order.
Yeah, about that.
So, this your bar?
Damn straight it is. My brother Yefim and I make the best moonshine in the entire Commonwealth. We call it Bobrov's Best. Had to start renting out rooms just so customers had a place to safely pass out after drinking it.
Not interested.
You sure? Ah, well.
Well, I know you can get a quest here about DJ Travis, but I don't remember where you start it precisely. Oh well, but anyway, basically DJ Travis is, he's very nervous. He's like the worst DJ in the universe. He's like, I don't know, whatever. He's a fuckboy. And there's a quest you can do for him. Maybe it's this guy over here we can talk to.
The room?
What's the story with this place?
Not much to say. We sell food, drink, and rooms. Mainly for traders that come to the area. My brother Vadim runs the bar. Scarlett's our waitress, and she helps me keep the rooms clean. As much as they can be.
Not interested.
Fine. But no sleeping on the couch.
That's not even possible. They didn't add that mechanic. Well, anyway, I actually don't even know where to go to start it. But anyway, that's going to be it for the session today. When I come back, assuming I remember. Oh, ammo. We will finish out, we will check out the rest of Diamond City, which is the Mutfruit area by Abbott at the wall, radio station guy, and Kid at the water, and some houses and restaurants near some catwalks or whatever. So, yeah. So, until then, I'll see you guys later.